Hey man, what's good, man? Y'all already know, man. It's glad to be back. We all on this dang on thing. It's your boy Jazzy, and this is Real Boxing Network. Man, so finally about time we hear out of Canelo camp and his side that they trying to make the Jermall Charlo fight. We know Mauricio Suleiman came out and said as the WBC president, that's a fight that he been wanting to see and expecting to see. We know Jermall is at the hit that status, and you know that's the difference between Jermall Charlo and versus Demetrius Andrade is that when they came down to having to build their brand, there was no hesitation, there was no excuses. They did what they had to do when they wasn't getting the fights that they deserved. And now their brand is built. So now they able to get these Canelo type fights or getting these big fights or undisputed fights, what may have you. So Jermall finally is in a position to where his status has reached a level to where, honestly, he bigger than Triple G. And honestly, Canelo has actually been more so irrelevant to the sport of boxing. He went from being a face to boxing to now being irrelevant in boxing because of his endeavors with Eddie Hearn. And they all went over there to the zone, and now they can't fight each other. They can't fight nobody. So now they over here looking crazy while all these other fighters is catching up or even to the ability of surpassing them. And Jermall is going to surpass Canelo because he putting on shows. He's entertaining the fans and the audience, and that's what boxing is for. Canelo, like nobody watch boxing just to watch Canelo except decafs. So Canelo will be watched when he put himself in a relevant position of fighting someone of value. We don't want to see you fight a Devenchenko or a Danny Jacobs or folks that's on losing streaks or can only fight Gabriel Rosado to get a win. We don't want to see that. So now Jermall, when he fight Devenchenko, and this is the reason is because Devenchenko beat Daniel Jacobs and Triple G to most people's standards. And this is the truth of the matter is that we got to know when we see a good fight and when we don't. And Devenchenko fighting Jermall was more so of a gauge fight because a lot of people were ducking Jermall and don't want to fight Jermall. And him fighting Jermall was an ability that we were able to see where he compares to the other middleweights. And also, Jermall hasn't been at middleweight for more than 4 years. So this also gave us the opportunity to see Jermall versus a actually quality middleweight. So when it comes to Canelo, you know, Canelo being catchweight, been moving around doing this thing and supposed to be the face of boxing. But Canelo hasn't put himself in a position to continue to be and do with what you're supposed to do with being the face of boxing, which is to continue to make these great fights to where everybody is clamoring to watch your next fight. Whether he did what Mayweather did and only fight black fighters, only fight Hispanic fighters, whatever he had to do, the fighters you fight, make sure they actually have relevance in the sport. Because I watched David Benavidez fight Canelo just as much as I watched Jermall Charlo fight Canelo. But now he's understanding and, you know, he's in this financial situation where he got these lawsuits because he ain't doing what he's supposed to do over there on the zone. Eddie Hearn can't match nobody up with a good fight. They all dependent on each other and ain't nobody putting in work. And that's the problem. And, you know, I got my dog J-Mo over here. He, you know what I'm saying, let y'all know what he think about it because this is a matter of time, about time that Jermall Charlo and Canelo can get in the ring together or supposed to be getting in the ring together, what they talking about next year. But it's the writing was on the wall. We already knew this, and everybody with the zone, the writing is going to be on the wall for them sooner or later. But man, J-Mo, what you think about Jermall Charlo and Canelo, man?
Oh, what's good, y'all? This is J-Mo, the legend. I'm going to tell you my little piece. To be honest with you, man, it's about damn time. You know, Canelo been ducking and dodging all these good fighters, you know, for the money, which is understandable because that's what you in boxing for. But at the same time, when you want to be a great fighter, you also in boxing for your legacy. And what creates a legacy? Other great fighters. So great fights you only gonna get a great legacy with great fights. You can't have a great legacy and you out here fighting bums on the zone all the time. Yeah. So it's about time that Jermall finally get his due credit and finally get the chance to be the face of boxing himself.
Yeah. Yeah, straight up. And I fully agree with that. I 100% agree, and I see exactly what you're saying, J-Mo. You know what I'm saying? It don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? You talking about you supposed to be the face of boxing or you make the decisions or call the shots that you want. But the reality is, man, boxing is filled with legends, and when you become the face of boxing, what they trying to tell you is you becoming in the category, in the atmosphere of being a boxing legend. And I'm here to tell you that Canelo is far from it. But it's these fights that's gonna get him there. But the only reason he doing this fight is so that he can make money during this lawsuit. I guarantee it. If it wasn't for the lawsuit and the nonsense that he got going on with DAZN and Golden Boy and whatever, whoever else involved that we don't know about, he wouldn't be trying to make this fight. And desperate times call for desperate measures. But man, I ain't gonna lie, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. The Real Boxing Network. We steady gonna stay close to the vest on this one. You already know from being from the H-Town, when it comes to them Charlo twins, we not playing. We riding all day. Especially, you know what I'm saying, boy, Earl Spence coming up with Danny Garcia. I'm gonna hit you with a live one on that one too. So man, y'all stay tuned. It's Real Boxing Network. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Jazzy and my partner J Mo, and this is Real Boxing Network. And we out.